Yo, what's going on, everybody? Dave Locker from OddsShopper back again. Thursday, best NBA bets. Only a two-game slate. It's MLB opening day. We got a ton of content on the channel if you haven't checked all of that out yet. And we already have MLB bets dropping for free in the Chalkboard app. It's always going to be free forever. And we'd love to have you guys join. 2 weeks in, we're almost at 1,000 members. Much appreciated to all of you. And also, consider this, like if you're actually looking to become like a long-term profitable plus EV better, it's not going to happen just by watching videos. Stuff happens throughout the day, especially late in the basketball season. For example, yesterday I go 1-2 on this video. We hit Eubanks, Jalen Green sucked, and then Mikal Bridges went over late in that game. But over on Chalkboard, I dropped the Karl Anthony Towns PRA prop over at 7 in the morning, okay, in our NBA bets channel. He crushes that in the first half. That moved up to 30.5 too. You're getting, that's the thing, like closing line value is what we're going for. And in Chalkboard, we're giving you bets that are almost always you're getting closing line value. Win or lose, those bets are better when you made them than they were if you were to make them late in the afternoon watching a video. Taylor Horton Tucker, I threw that in the channel yesterday, over 27.5 points, rebounds, and assists. You know why? Because Bet Rivers left it up on the board for 10 minutes after Kelly Olynyk was ruled out. It opened back up at 31.5. We got it at 27.5. Wouldn't have mattered anyway. He crushed that. But that type of value is how long-term you're going to sustain winning, and you're going to sustain losing streaks as well because you're making the right bet. So check it out, man. Chalkboard, link in the description and in the pinned comment. Come join us. It's free. All the picks, everything's free. I got 2 bets for you today, only a 2-game slate. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below, and follow me at Loughy_D on Twitter. Let's get into it. All right. So first up, this is why I can't stress enough, like jump in Chalkboard, make sure that you're tuned in on everything throughout the day, because look at this slate. Three of 4 teams are on back-to-backs. Boston's on the front end of a back-to-back. Denver's on the front end of a back-to-back. Milwaukee's on the second end of a back-to-back after Middleton sat yesterday. So maybe Jonas and Drew sit, but maybe they don't because they're only 3 games up in the East and they're playing the Celtics, who are behind them today. Nikola Jokic might sit. He's questionable with a sore calf. They play again tomorrow. They're 6-point favorites against the Pels today. So there's so many moving parts on this slate that if you're watching this video later, who knows? It may have already changed by then. We may have already got that information. I don't know. Or you have to wait till later in the day and be ready to absolutely pounce on any opportunity we get, especially on these smaller books that are leaving lines on the board for us to come in and take advantage of while all the other books have taken it off. So first up, Jamal Murray over 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists, -125 on DraftKings. Now, I think there's a good chance that Jokic doesn't play today, okay? I don't know yet. Maybe by the time this video comes out, he's already ruled in or out. But this is late season basketball. This weird shit is going to happen. He's listed as questionable. He's got a sore calf. Nuggets are playing again, front end of a back-to-back against the Pels. With only 2 games and 3 of the 4 teams on the first or second leg of a back-to-back, we're going to see some stuff happen. And if Jokic sits, Murray's going to be a huge beneficiary. He's played 4 games without Jokic this season. Finished with points, rebounds, and assist totals of 40, 41, 36, and 36. He's also very capable of clearing 33.5 PRA if Jokic does play, which is the only reason I'm mentioning this. And he's eclipsed that number in 4 of his last 6 anyway, 11 of his last 20. So it's not like we're dead in the water if Jokic gets ruled in here. He's played 1,438 minutes with Jokic on the floor with him this year. 24.8% usage rate, 25% assist rate, and 6.9% rebound rate. In almost 500 minutes without Jokic, those numbers skyrocket. 31% usage, 31.4% assist rate, and 7.5% rebound rate, respectively. So I'm willing to take my chances on a 2-game slate. We don't have a lot to go off of here. We have a lot of uncertainty. We'll go Jamal Murray over 33.5 PRA and jump in Chalkboard, of course, like I said, for any other news that pops up throughout the day. We'll hammer that and we'll take advantage of it. Next up, and finally, I do have a bonus to throw in there for you guys who love this guy as much as I do. But first, we'll get to Brandon Ingram. Also, if you're in Colorado, Virginia, Ohio, or New Jersey, Bet365 still has it going on. I told you that it's going to disappear, right? And they went from $365 in bonus bets when you bet $1 down to $200. And they did that at midnight this morning, effective immediately. We didn't find out till this morning. So who knows? In 3 days from now, they could be like, all right, we're not doing it at all anymore. We did a massive promo and it's gone. If you're still on the fence, this is still the best promo that's out there in the United States, specifically to you guys in Colorado, Ohio, Virginia, and New Jersey. You use the link in the description, you click it, or the one in the comments, whichever easier to you. You take a minute to sign up. That's all it takes, a minute to sign up, right? You deposit $10 and take $1 of that $10, 10% of that, put it on any game, any sport, any bet you want. If it wins or loses is irrelevant. Once it settles, you're getting $200 in bonus bets by playing one single dollar. The simplest way to look at this, if you're wondering, like, is this right for me? If you lose all of it, let's say you lose your $1 bet and you lose your $200, you go on the worst run of your life. At the end of the day, you are down $1. Your downside is $1. Your upside is turning it into 4 figures, 5 figures, and having a bankroll to work with all the way through the rest of NBA season, playoffs, MLB, into the NFL. It's as simple as it gets. The ROI on this is unmatched and it's guaranteed. $1 into $200, build it up into something big. Bet365, link in the description for all those 4 states I mentioned. And of course, must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, Brandon Ingram, over 32.5 points plus assists, minus 115 on DK. He's been dominant lately, leading the Pelicans in usage, 33%, assist rate, 36%. In the 8 games he's played since returning from that 2-game absence from the ankle injury. Also, he's gone over 32.5 points and assists in 7 straight games, despite losing minutes, significant minutes, in 4 of his last 5 due to blowout wins. He's going to play close to 40 minutes if this game is competitive. Right now, 6-point spread. Maybe Jokic doesn't play. And the Pelicans are clinging on to the play-in, to a play-in spot in the West at 38-38. But they're also only 1.5 games behind the Golden State Warriors for the 6th seed. So they got a lot to play for. Nuggets are great at home. I know that. But still, they're a middle-of-the-pack defense. They're 10th in defense at home this year. And Ingram's just doing absolutely everything this season. So on a day where we don't have a lot to work with, Ingram over 32.5 points plus assists at minus 115. Last up, I'm just throwing this one out there for you guys. I'm sketchy on it for a couple of reasons, but we all love Joval, and he's been really good to us since we started doing this. Really, over the past like 2 or 3 weeks, Joval's been great to us. We didn't bet any overs on him last game. That was a brutal matchup for a big like him against the 3-point shooting, wizards in the Golden State Warriors. But it is risky because we know his minutes are volatile, but I'm looking at the over 10.5 rebounds here. Some books still have this at even money. So I think it makes sense to put a small play on this, maybe a half a unit. He only played 22 minutes against Golden State, but like I said, really rough matchup for him. And I know he's played limited minutes in 3 games against the Nuggets this season, but 2 of them were foul trouble. And the other one, Larry Nance, had like 11 and 9 in the 4th quarter alone. So you would still think that, Jackson Hayes isn't in the rotation anymore. Unless Larry Nance comes out and plays massive minutes again. I don't know. I think that you could get Joval here. 10.5 rebounds. He's been crushing this prop almost every single day since his minutes have been up. We don't need 35 minutes from him here. I think, even in 28 or 29 minutes, we have him projected for 29 minutes today in the NBA Bet Pro tool. This is still a worthwhile bet to look at on a really limited slate. So over 10.5 boards. Plus, you're getting it at even money here. I'm going to dabble, throw a half unit on this. Nothing big, but I figured for those of you out there who have been riding these Joval overs with me for a while now, it's worth putting it out there. Plus, we only have 2 games. Anyway, appreciate you guys. I'll be hanging out in Chalkboard with Greg and Josh and a great community, supportive community, believe it or not, all day long, sweating baseball, sweating basketball, and everything else that comes our way. Come join us. Everything's free. Hit me up on Twitter at Loughy_D, and we'll catch you back here to close out the week tomorrow. Peace.